Sorry, Nagaraj Prabhu, you were about to say something?
Me, Mataji?
Yeah.
I have completed, Mataji. Means like
sure.
about, I've been doing the chanting, and not only me, even though my wife and children, they haven't,
Great to
because
see.
they have been doing in the house as well.
Auntie.
Oh, that's really very nice. My mentor always used to say, the family who prays together stays together and understands well each other. So you are setting that example here. And bringing up kids, in that spiritual kind of,
yeah,
which is very, very inspiring. Thank you very much.
I can make the difference, Mataji. Like since doing the chanting, even the children, I can see what the difference I can make in them.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Keep going, Prabhu. We are so inspired to see, and we would like to see you in more programs, upcoming programs.
Oh, I'm so happy, Mataji. I'm even like Priya Mataji has told about like there is a second class, which is I'm eagerly waiting for that.
Sure. Sure.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
You want to say something?
No, no.
Okay. Raj Prabhu, you wanted to say something?
Hare Krishna, Mataji. It's Raj, Mataji.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Raj Mataji, you were about to say something?
No, sorry, because you said Prabhu, I wasn't sure there's another Raj.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Because generally Raj is like, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
It's, yeah, the rest of it. Short form. No, I've really enjoyed being in the group. I don't know how many other groups there are that have been doing this. We only had the one in our area, Bexley Heath and so on. It's been very, very helpful, informative. You normally read the Gita, but this has helped to increase your understanding and being able to ask questions and get some knowledge on some. And maybe looking forward to the next group that they're going to join. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will give you all the details today evening. Thank you very much. So it's very nice and inspiring to see all of you. Now, I would request all of you to please come on video so that we can all see your beautiful faces and get to know each other because there have been so many programs running. So it will.
Hello, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Oh, wow. So many beautiful faces. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
So today evening we get to know each other, see many new devotees and be inspired. So we have lots of programs coming up today evening. So stay tuned. So before I think Kripa Sindhu Prabhu, we can start the program. Sorry, there is some background noise again.
There is a sound coming.
Some background noise.
Yeah, so I've muted.
Hare Krishna to everyone.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, are we okay to start?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji, we can start.
Sure. So we start. Thank you very much. A very warm welcome to this wonderful evening of Gita Mahasangha. So let's start this program with a big Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So thank you very much again. So today evening, we have an opportunity to meet all the new devotees across the groups. We have 11 parallel groups running, and then lots of new devotees have joined. So it wouldn't have been possible without your cooperation. It was so wonderful to meet each one of you. You all have inspired us so much, asking questions during this 18-day program. And we can see that, we all could deep dive into the life manual, which is Bhagavad Gita. We went through each and every chapter, and we we try to understand what Krishna's message is to each one of us. So again, I would like to thank you all for making this a successful Gita Mahasangha program. And not the least, I would also like to thank each one of the facilitators, service coordinators, admin team who have worked as a team, to bring up, as a success, Gita Mahayagya as a successful program. As you all can see, many smiling face today evening with us. So today evening, we will have a lot of things to share with you, which we will go through. And then stay tuned and be with us. But before that, I just wanted to know how many of you have already started chanting at least one round. You can raise your hands.
I started.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I do it for at least 4 rounds or 5 rounds every day.
Oh, wonderful, Mataji.
Yeah.
Very inspiring.
And
Very
because of this program, basically, I was doing only 1 round.
Sure.
Then Prabhuji gave me the beats and I started with like 4 rounds, 5 rounds. So,
and it's
really
very nice to know you have received beats as well. Very nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
Thank you.
So you can all lift your hands, like whoever has standard or virtually, hand. Wow, almost everyone. Very, very nice. Now, how many of you have already started reading Bhagavad Gita? At least like started few shlokas? Okay, very nice, very nice. So yeah, just, start reading the book. It's very wonderful. It's the message by Lord Krishna himself. Now, lastly, I just wanted to know how many of you are like keenly looking for the next level Gita Yagya program. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Very nice.
Hari Bol.
So
The next one will be good.
Sorry, Mataji?
I said the next.
Your voice is breaking. I'm sorry.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said the next chapter will be good. It kept evening occupied. I learned a lot of new things.
Yeah. Sure. Very nice. Thank you, Antaji. So it's very wonderful, inspiring to see you chanting. So please keep this going and be strong in spirituality, which is very much in this age of Kali Yuga, where we have a lot of stress, anxiety, and worry, along with us. So keep going and you will see wonderful changes coming up. So now, without wasting our time, let's start our evening program because there are a lot of wonderful things coming up. Stay tuned with us. So our first program will be Kirtan by our little devotee called Linisha. So I would like to invite Linisha to start the Kirtan.
Hare Krishna Mataji, can you hear me?
Hare Krishna, yeah, we can hear you. Thank you very much, Linisha, for such an ecstatic kirtan today evening. It was so melodious. So as you all can see, this young devotee is calling out Krishna's name so melodiously. So before an auspicious start of a program, we start with kirtan by calling Krishna's name so that Krishna is personally present with us. Now, let us all feel Krishna is personally present with us. Take a deep breath, leave all our anxieties, worries, and stress, and lock them in a cupboard. Leave out all our daily chores, and then let's deep dive into this wonderful program in the evening, and let's take the association of the devotees and enjoy this evening. Thank you very much. Now we will move to the next section of the program, which is a little dance by our young devotee Linisha again. So I will share the screen, and then you can see how Linisha is performing the dance. Hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, Mataji.
Can you all see and hear, please?
Yes, Mataji.
You can see the
Yes,
video, Mataji.
yes, I can see the video and
Sure. Okay.
yes, Mataji.
Mataji, yeah.
Sorry, someone saying something?
Is audio is also coming because I can see only video.
Can you not hear the video?
Just a screenshot. It looks like just a screenshot.
Okay. Sorry, Prabhu. Let me do that again.
Yeah, share the computer sound. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, now it's perfect. Yes.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Prabhu.
Vishnu
Thank you very much, Linisha. Let's all say a big Hari Bol to our young devotee. Linisha, Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
It was so beautiful. Thank you again.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, Linisha. So as you can see, in Bhagavad Gita, we have learned about different concepts which Krishna tried to teach us. We have learned about Supreme, the soul, Kala, the time, material nature, and how Maya influences us. So this reminds me of something. When each of us were born, we didn't choose the time we were born. We didn't choose the parents that we will be born to. We didn't choose the country or the social economic conditions that we will be born into, or we didn't choose the religion we will be born into. But what we can choose is the choices that we make in our life. What we choose is how we want to lead our life, which is very, very important. There are a lot of turbulences that come in our life, but how we handle them and proceed further is very important. And this is what Krishna has taught us in Bhagavad Gita. So it is said that when we are beautiful, it's the gift of the God to us. But when we lead our life beautifully, it's the gift that we are giving to the God. So which is very, very important. So spirituality is the concept of learning how to make right choices in our life so that we can lead a happy, fulfilled, and a transformed life in spite of all the turbulences that come in our life. So it gives us the strength to face those turbulences. So Krishna consciousness, spirituality is very simple, as you all can see. It's just eating prasadam, singing, dancing, and then just be in the association of devotees. Very easy, isn't it? Do you all agree?
Yes, Mataji.
No?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Yes, it's very, very simple. We can all see how simple we can lead our life, along with family. So thank you very much, Linisha, again for such a wonderful act. Now let's move on to our next section of today's evening program. We will be sharing some of the devotee realizations today, how they felt about Gita Gyan program. So I will be sharing my screen again. Hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, Mataji.
Sure.
Yes.
Mindrakshi from group
Can you all hear Prabhujis and Matajis?
Yes, Mataji.
Sure.
We can hear you.
7. I'm here to share my views and the takeaway from the 19 days course of Bhagavad Gita. So to start with, I would like to thank all the Matajis and the Prabhus who have been instrumental in bringing up this course. And it was really wonderful. And the 19 days of session, right, it went like 19 minutes. And the way each chapter was explained to us as part of our daily session, we did not find the stress for attending those sessions after our office hours, to be honest. So it was very interesting, and it had done a lot of changes in our day-to-day life. It was like I used to do like 1 round or 4 rounds of chanting a day, but while on group chant, right, I was like wondering like why not I also start doing 16 rounds. So it started then, and now that I am doing 16 rounds of chanting a day to join much more classes, and I would like to do services with other people in the group. So thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. This is Ravi here. First of all, I want to thank all of you who are engaged in getting people like us into these sessions, which were so useful to understand the purpose, or to say, to find the purpose of life and soul. These sessions have led us to understand how to detach yourself from the material world and surrender to Lord, which was very useful. I have started chanting the mantra couple of days after those sessions started. When I started initially, it was only for 3 times a day. Then I increased it to 11 times a day. I have still not done 108 times in it, but I will be certainly doing that.
Hare Krishna everyone, my name is Varlakshmi. Recently I have completed 18 days Bhagavad Gita sessions. It was a great experience. Before these classes I was doing puja twice or thrice in a week. Nowadays I started offering water and fruit every day and also chanting Mahamantra 11 times a day. I'm feeling very happy and blessed. Thank you.
Krishna everyone. So what I have realized from Bhagavad Gita is that the Bhagavad Gita contains the karma, time, living entity and nature. And also what I've learned is that the Bhagavad Gita encourages us to live our lives with purity, goodness, strength, discipline and kindness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhujis and Matajis. We would really like to thank you for this inspiring, interesting course for last 18 days. It has been really a joyous time being with all the local devotees. May we serve Krishna forever and ever together. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Mataji. I really enjoyed this course and it inspired me to do more devotional service. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. So as you all can see, such a wonderful realizations from each of the devotees. It's so inspiring to see each one of them. They're able to chant. And in Bhagavad Gita, it is said, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. So with love, if you offer a fruit, flower, or water to the Lord, the Lord will be so satisfied. And as you can see, along with the elders, all the young devotees are also so inspired reading Bhagavad Gita. Very wonderful. So as I said, if we lead our life beautifully, it's a gift from us to the Lord to say, it's like a female is matter of birth. And when the female or the men, the matter of birth, when they grow into women or men, it's matter of age, we grow. But being a gentlewoman or gentleman, it's matter of choice. So we have to take up the right choices in our life to grow and understand the real purpose of life. As you all know, in Bhagavad Gita, we have studied that Maya is influencing us so much. This reminds me of something of how nature reacts. So it's a small example. When a baby giraffe is born, giraffe is generally too high. When the baby giraffe is born, the baby falls off from a very height and it falls down so forcefully. As soon as it falls, the giraffe places himself in such a position that it starts kicking the baby giraffe. And when the baby giraffe gets the kicks, it realizes, oh, I've just born, what's happening with me? And by the time it realizes, the mother kicks again and the mother kicks again. With so many kicks, the baby giraffe realizes, I have to do something, otherwise I will be getting these kicks. And the baby giraffe learns to stand within minutes.
Wow.
Once it stands, the baby giraffe, mother giraffe pushes so that within few more minutes, the baby giraffe starts running. As you can see, the mother is harsh on the baby, but it's just to protect the baby because the flesh of the baby giraffe is so tender that hyenas and lions love the flesh. So in order to protect the baby, the mother, because the mother knows I won't be always with my baby because I have to go out and get food. Similarly, the mind doesn't want us to win the game of the life. Maya always kicks us. So we have to, fight with Maya and always try to understand the real purpose of our life and always, be strong in our spirituality. As I said, it's very simple. Be in the right association, minded people, and we flow with the crowd. It's just like in Mumbai train, as you all know, If you want to get into the train, no need to like push yourself. Just stand in front of the crowd. People will push you in. And if you want to get out of the train, no need to struggle to get out. Just stand in the front. People will push you out. So be in the right association. You will flow with them. Hare Krishna. Now let's move on to the next section of the program in today evening, where I will be requesting few devotees to share their realizations and how they felt about the program. We will have, just keeping the time constraint because we have a lot more to do. We will have darshan of the Lord, few certificates, etc. So 2 minutes per devotee. Would that be okay? Vivek Prabhu, Kripasandi Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji, 2 minutes is sufficient.
Sure. So I request you, if you can share your realization, 2 minutes each. So I'll be announcing names, and I request you all to please come on video and then share your realization. So as I said, we have 11 parallel groups running, and each day it's like a big session. So I would like to first request from group 1, Sargam Joshi Mataji, to share her realization, please. Sargam Joshi Mataji, are you with us?
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna everyone.
It will be nice if we can see you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Can you see me, Mataji, now?
Yeah.
Am I visible? Hare Krishna everyone. I would like to say that after completing the course, first of all, I felt a lot of gratitude to be able to complete this course, and I really look forward to other sessions. And apart from that, I would also like to mention that my son, who's just 5 years, also wanted, like, I also want to do Krishna classes. Something that I was sharing with Aparna Mataji yesterday, if there are classes for kids as well. But other than that, the main realization that I had is to be humble and away from materialistic attractions, and to lead a simple life as much as possible away from anger. So these are the few things that I really felt while I attended the classes.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for such a wonderful realization. And it's very nice to know, you are, those so many good qualities. And it's very nice. We thank you all to be with us in this wonderful journey. Thank you again. And it's very—
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
It's very inspiring to see your kid as well. Thank you.
Yeah, and I really look forward to classes for kids as well, to have him join the sessions.
Sure. We will keep you posted on that, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Now, I would request Ashwini Mataji from group 2 to share her realization. Ashwini Mataji, are you with us?
I'm with you, Mataji.
Sorry, can you please come on video?
I'm on video, Mataji.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I got you. Thank you.
Yeah, Hare Krishna, everyone. My name is Ashwani. I've been always fascinated to learn about Bhagavad Gita. And once I even made an attempt to read it, but I felt it's very hard and complicated. So I thought it would be a good idea to seek this knowledge under proper guidance who know more about the scripture. So recently in one of the groups, community groups, they posted that this Bhagavad Gita sessions have been organized by ISKCON. So I thought it's a very good opportunity. So I thought I'll grab it. This 18 days course has been very helpful and given me an understanding the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita, what it's about, under what circumstances Lord Krishna preached Arjuna, what are the subjects of Bhagavad Gita. The main realization, what I understood was like, it gave me a deeper understanding, like how can one attain the supreme, which has been clearly stated in chapter 8 with sloka 14. It's clearly stated by constantly remembering Lord in a daily basis. It's more easy to obtain Lord rather than thinking about him once in a while. And one more thing which has kept me thinking constantly is like how people evolved over the period, forgetting their relationship with Lord and engrossed with the materialistic activities. So I was able to find that answer also in chapter 15, where Lord Krishna has so nicely explained us how one can detach from the material world and connect to the spiritual world, saying that the aham sarvasya prabhava, I'm the origin of everything. Therefore, to get out of everything, one has to connect with me, to detach from the material existence and surrender oneself to me. I feel it's a very good opportunity to learn Bhagavad Gita under ISKCON guidance. And I thank ISKCON for giving us that opportunity, and all the facilitators who has given us.
There is sound.
Sorry, is there any sound?
Everything okay, Ashwini Mataji? Please go ahead.
Okay. Lastly, but I would like to thank ISKCON and all the facilitators who had helped us to understand Bhagavad Gita throughout this 18 sessions and helped us to clear the doubts we had. And I'll be even looking forward if there are any sessions for the kids. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for such a wonderful realizations. And I can see that you are able to quote the shlokas from each chapter. So nice. This shows your deeper understanding of Bhagavad Gita. Thank you very much. Prema Shakti Mataji, can I request you to add few points here?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Chaitanya Mataji, and thank you. Hare Krishna, Ashwini Mataji. It's it was such a wonderful realization. You actually spoke like such a deep realization, and you were able to quote the aham sarvasya prabhavo, and you were also able to quote manmana bhava badbhakto, and you actually got the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita, which is really, really actually nice. And whatever we learned theoretically, if we start putting it in practice, practical without if you learn something, but if you don't practice, it's of no use, isn't it? If you start putting that in practice, definitely we all going to be successful in this lifetime. And as Krishna promises, he will take us at the end of life, he will definitely he will take us back. It was really, really impressive. Just in a short span of time, 1 hour, you were able to quote. Probably you must have done some homework, Mataji, so
yeah, every day after the session,
you are so it's such inspiring.
The did some quizzes, so it helped us to go back and again read it, get a deeper understanding. It was very helpful, actually. Thank you for providing those quizzes for us to constantly think about.
That's very nice.
And read about
Yes, Mataji. So I think, we all have to go back and read as well. Like, regularly we have to remind ourselves. So thank you very much for your deep realization. So please, keep in our association, and we do have kids class running as well. Speak to your facilitators.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Mataji. So moving on, I would like to invite, 1 second. I would like to invite Suhasini Mataji from EB3, Group 3, please. Suhasini Mataji, are you with us?
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Let me pin you 1 second.
First, Hare Krishna, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all Prabhujis and Matajis for giving this opportunity to know more about Bhagavad Gita. It was like my long time wish to understand Bhagavad Gita. I have read the book, but I did not understand the essence of it. So because of Pramita Mataji, I got this opportunity to understand. She explained so well that it was like she was explaining to a small kid. Because of her explanation, even my 2 kids, they started indulging and they started understanding Bhagavad Gita. And my younger one, she started even implementing that in her life. When drinking water also, she says, the taste of water is Krishna, Amma. She says that. It is like from Bhagavad Gita, initially, I used to pray God every morning. We used to treat God, Krishna as a God only. But now, without our intention. It comes like we treat Krishna as a family member. I should say that. After cooking food also, my kids take the food first. First, they take the food and give it to Krishna. They say that, yeah, why first Krishna should have the food? They say like that. So like they started implementing all the things. And even for me, I should say that I have started got control on my anger. And it's like whenever I do anything, I started chanting mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, without my knowledge. It's coming from within. So this 18 days course has brought a lot of change in my life, in my kids' life. Like they started thinking, they started saying that we want this course to, you just join us in a kids course so that we can know more and more. Because Pramita Mataji is encouraging my kids more and more. Basically, I should say that because she started saying to like she'll give more books. So like because of this Bhagavad Gita, we have learned a lot of things like how we should lead our daily life. It's not like we shouldn't get connected to these material things. We should be able to see Krishna in everything. So I think I'm very much thankful to ISKCON and all Prabhujis and Matajis for giving this opportunity to learn and Bhagavad Gita and implement it in our life. Especially my kids, my little one is, she's implementing it. Because of her, we are learning a lot. Thank you very much, Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mataji, for such a wonderful realization. Again, as you have seen, if you want to teach kids, we implement. It's so simple, and then kids follow. And then these, when we do as a family, as I said, when family prays together, stays together. So it's so wonderful to see your little one along with you there, listening so attentively. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Now I would like to invite, just to remind you all and request, I would like to remind, if you can keep it for 1.5 to 2 minutes so that everyone gets a chance, and then we can move on to the next section. Thank you. So now I would like to invite Ekta Mataji from EB4, Group 4, please. Ekta
Hello everyone.
Yeah, let me...
Hare Krishna.
1 second.
My self-realization is in Bhagavad Gita, I was always worried when I was small. I always heard from my grandmas and my moms about Bhagavad Gita, but little I know about, but in bits and pieces. But I joined it, some of my friends suggested me to join it. I'm very thankful to Ashish ji and Urvashi ji. They are explaining in a very, very nice manner. I was always worried, how could I able to understand Bhagavad Gita in a Sanskrit note? It's quite difficult to remember in Sanskrit. When I joined in the English version, it was very easy. And it says the Supreme Personality of Godhead says that we don't want so many things in your life. We don't want so much time, anything. But a glass of water, if you devote to me, then also I will be happy. A little flower, a little food, little things makes God happy, which is a very minute thing in our life, but actually it's too bigger for the God. So we are thinking as a person, as a human being, a little thing how the God can be happy with the little things, but actually God can be happy with the little things. It's this, we have to be so devotional, so pious. Just with a bhakti thing, we can attain to and go so clearer and so nearer to the God. That's what my self-realization is. I'm just be very thankful to everybody who had just trying to make me attend. At least you should attend one session. Might be you will like it. So I was very happy. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mataji, for such a wonderful realization. It's very inspiring. As you have stated, God doesn't need anything from us. He is in full. But he just needs the love from us, and that little love that we show. So if we take one step towards the God is eager to take 100 steps
Yes,
toward us. He's
yes.
just waiting for us.
Yes.
Which you have stated now from your realization. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Moving on, I would like to invite I think we don't have Sujan Prabhu or Rakhi Mataji with us, do we? Okay. Now, can I please invite Sundar Prabhu from EB6, please? Sundar Prabhu, are you with us?
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes, I'm with you, Mataji. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Prabhu.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mataji. I'll just take 1 or 2 minutes, as you mentioned. So, but I have written actually a paragraph actually to mention that there are many realizations I have felt. But I would say, let me just start with that. My son, his name is Ishan. He's 8 years old. He started this Bhagavad Gita lessons. Getting these Bhagavad Gita lessons from Anuradha Mataji, who is our instructor as well. So when I observed with a few lessons, he actually have by hearted. He understood few slokas, and he himself explained me the meaning of those slokas, by which I got inspired. And I thought, okay, if I get an opportunity of that kind, maybe I would have utilized it in my child days as well. Fortunately, I got this opportunity, and a big thanks to Anuradha Mataji and Ramaswamy Prabhu, Lakshmikant ji, and his wife as well. So they have dedicated, I think they have got immense patience for these 18 days to explain us about all these slokas. It just went like that. It just, as some of them mentioned, it just finished in 18 minutes instead of 18 days. So there are many relations, Mataji. I have actually, I'm a software engineer, coming from a software background. I actually felt I got so much of fear, anxiety, tension kind of thing. But when I actually close my eyes and start chanting about Hare Krishna Mahamantra, I think I feel all the negative energy has been removed from myself, and I see that Krishna is inch closer to me. I can actually talk to him. So I felt very much. I felt into. I was into completely a different world. So that is what I think Prabhupada has mentioned somewhere, that you should actually feel the difference, that you're removing from your bodied material and you're becoming the spiritual soul. Aham Brahmasmi. So that is what that is the first benefit that you feel when you start chanting this Mahamantra of Hare Krishna. And I also have, actually I have felt many relations. I'm getting a better sleep now. Because of these tensions or whatever the cause of the work which we have. So you actually have the better sleep now, but good quality of sleep, and your concentration has been improved. So that because you're actually closing your eyes and you're actually thinking of Sri Krishna every time whenever you chant that. And I think the focus is increased because of this. Mainly on your work, and you can actually set your goals, clear goals on what you have to achieve and all. So there are many other relations that I have felt, but since the closure of time, I would actually remind one thing which I actually have browsed. Maybe I thought there are many wider audience in this particular call. So I just want to remind one thing which Bhagavan Sri Krishna told in chapter 9, verse 14. Satatam kirtayantamam yatantascha drudavratah. So as long as you are actually seriously, sincerely, and attentively doing this Mahamantra, chanting of Mahamantra, you would definitely, you would definitely dedicate yourself to Sri Krishna and definitely realize many other realizations. I think many other people have spoken before me, and I also see that coming from many other spiritual devotees as well. So I think it is always important. One should dedicate at least to do one round of Hare Krishna Mahamantra in every day to observe these kind of relations too. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hari Bol, you're like quoting such wonderful shlokas. It's so inspiring to see how we are able to take the essence of Bhagavad Gita so seriously. And as you all have seen, Prabhu was quoting how it is even Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavad Gita is helping, improving health as well. So, this is an example. So thank you very much. Vivek Prabhuji, do you want to add something? Vivek Prabhuji, are you with us? Vivek Jha Prabhu. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Prabhu, again. Thank you. Now, moving on. I know like a lot of devotees are eager to share their realizations. So thank you very much for like coming forward and inspiring us by sharing your realizations. So based on the time, if we have enough time, we will just call more devotees to share their realizations. Moving on, I would like to invite Raju Prabhu from EB7, Group 7, please.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Are you with us? Oh, yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Hare Krishna to everyone. Actually, like I was in a Bhagavad Gita 7 classes, and my facilitators are the Malar Mataji, Priya Mataji, and Nagarajan Prabhu. So instead of facilitator, I would say that the spiritual masters, the context why I use the word spiritual master is before I enroll into the classes, I read the Bhagavad Gita as it is book. But the perspective after I joined the class with the help of Malar Kodi Mataji, like with the respect of her, like I joined into the classes. But before the class and after listening to the classes, I can see a difference of interpretation, as said in the Bhagavad Gita, that we should not misinterpret the information. Instead, like we should interpret the information as it is said by the Bhagavad Gita by Krishna to the Arjuna. So as like my spiritual masters, like a Priya Mataji, Malar Kodi Mataji, as well as Nagarajan Prabhu, when they were taking a classes, they clarified all the doubts which I had, and then like I take the message as given by the Krishna to the Arjuna. So in this context, like I was introduced to the class by Malar Kodi Mataji. Then I was listening to the classes, and then like there is all of a sudden there was an issue happened in our organization where I could not able to focus our attention in the classes. Why I'm quoting this example is probably everybody can reflect in their own life about you might have the same issues, problems, where once you can realize the Krishna consciousness. So once the problem has happened, there all the people has come into a place where the issue was resolved. So when I realized back, then I thought that like it was Krishna is the one, like he introduced, or he called like a Malar Kodi Mataji to introduce it to the classes. And then like it gained about listening to the classes, then followed with the chanting suggested by the Priya Mataji to chant every day for 4 rounds. So those vibrations, and it causes like one of the people came into my life to solve the issue in an organization, and that made me a relief of tons of pressure from our mind. So as Mataji said in the beginning about the stressful life, like when we enter into the spiritual life, it would relieve about all the material or the stresses. So that I felt realization by chanting every day and listening to the classes. And not only me, even like my wife and the children, they have been doing the chanting every day. So that made a spiritual vibration in my house, which was missed before enrolling into the classes. So that like every day, like we can see there is a good vibration is going on in our house. So I can see now that which may miss in before enrolling into the class was the spiritual realization or spiritual word in our aspect of life was missed. only we were like we're maintaining about the body as well as we are thinking about emotionally, where there was no spiritual realization. But once we enter into the classes, there is a great realization of spiritual about Krishna consciousness that made a tremendous difference in our life, as stated in the previous examples. So I would say that there is a great impact, and I'm so thankful for my spiritual masters or the facilitators like Priya Mataji, Malar Kodi Mataji, and Nagarajan Prabhu for giving a chance to listen to the classes. And thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhu. Such a wonderful mission. It's so inspiring to see, as Prabhu stated, Bhagavad Gita is also solving the turbulences in our life, the problems we face in our life. It's a life's manual. The solution to every issue in our life, the answer is in Bhagavad Gita. As Prabhu stated, it's so wonderful. This reminds me of, the way Prabhu was talking about different problems. This reminds me of an example. Our teeth, when food is stuck in our teeth, generally the tendency of the tongue is to go and search each teeth whether some food is stuck. And if there is no food stuck, we would feel, oh, no food is stuck, but still it keeps on searching. It's not happy. It's not happy because it didn't find any food. It searches the next teeth. So it's searching. And then when finally it finds food, it's happy and starts removing it. So similarly, the problems in our life, basically, when we don't have any problems, we don't look at the positivity of it. But when the problems arises, we take it as a big thing in our life, and then we are stuck. We don't move forward. Similarly, as the tongue is stuck on the teeth, searching food and removing it, we don't move forward. We don't look on the positive side of it. And Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to overcome on these turbulences. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for sharing such a wonderful realization and how this is impacting, even in our day-to-day lives. So thank you very much. Vivek Prabhu, do you want to add a few lines here? Vivek Shah Prabhu. Okay. I think Prabhu is busy with other admin work. Let's move on. And now I would like to hand over to Ratiraj Prabhu to take over and then lead the next half of the program. Thank you very much. Ratiraj Prabhu.
Thank you, Lakshmi Chaitanya Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna to everyone. Thank you, Nagaraj Prabhu, for your realization. And one point I wanted to highlight is nice to hear that you and your family are now inspired to chant after attending these sessions. Thank you so much for sharing this realization. Now, can I ask Vijayalakshmi Prasanna Mataji from EB9 to come forward and share realization for 2 minutes, Mataji.
Haribol Prabhuji, Haribol Mataji. I think you can hear me, right? So because I have audio issues earlier on.
Yes, we can hear you, Mataji.
Thank you. The thing is, like, I have read some slokas when I was in school, but I don't know the meaning. But after joining the classes for 18 days, one day I missed as well. But the thing is, like, I realized what are the lessons I need to learn from Bhagavad Gita in my daily life. Usually I used to be kind of bit anger and anxiety and depression was there after the death of my parents. And now after going all these years, now I started feeling that I have a support of Krishna now. I can leave all my anxiety and all my problems to him and then hold him as a big support and then cross this ocean. And also my family also feeling that, Mommy, you're not as before, like as you joined in the classes. So I'm really grateful for all the teachings during the class, and all these 18 days, it went like 18 minutes, as earlier people said. I'm really grateful to Krishna for this wonderful gift. And Prabhuji and Mataji has explained the whole of the 18 days in a very beautiful way. And it reached to every one of us, and all the devotees in the group 9. They're so humble, and I enjoyed reading the slokas every time, and I'm really blessed to have this opportunity. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna, everyone.
Thank you, Mataji, for your realization. Thanks for sharing. And after hearing from you, that one thing I can understand is that in Bhagavad Gita, now what we learned is when we start to hear Bhagavad Gita regularly, when we start to practice devotional service, some great qualities will come upon us automatically. We don't have to look for peace. We don't have to think about changing our anger. But by hearing Bhagavad Gita and taking up this association and chanting regularly, automatically those qualities will come upon us. Krishna will empower us. Krishna will give us the strength to deal with all these material problems. Thank you for sharing, Mataji.
Haribol Prabhuji.
Next, can I ask Bhavana Mataji from EB10 to come forward and share your realization?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Thank you very much, first of all, to Lakshmi Chaitanya Mataji, Hema Mataji, and Bhushan Mataji, who have patiently taken the class and answered so many of my queries. I can say that I must be the person who would ask a lot of questions, and always Matajis go back. If the answers are there, they definitely give it straight away, and if not, they go back, they get the answers, and then they never forget to answer any of my queries. They come back and give the answers, and really very, very fortunate to have to be a part of the group, to be part of this wonderful association, and learn so many things every day. New chapter, new acronyms. The way it describes all the chapters sum up into an acronym was the best part, I would say. Like you could understand what that chapter is about, and then you learn more and more about it, and it's easy to remember as well. I'm very fortunate to be part of the group, wherein we had a lot of knowledgeable devotees as well, who shared their experiences and their knowledges as well, which kind of increased or gave us more different perspective of the information that was shared. And I can say that I have definitely, I'm not completely changed, but I have definitely become a different person to what I was 18, 19 days ago. It's an ocean. The Bhagavad Gita is the ocean of knowledge, and I can say I have got few drops of it because it's so vast. And I can say that one big thing that I have learned is that whatever you do it with all Shraddha, and don't worry about the result. There is the Supreme God who is there, who will take care of everything, and you don't need to worry about it. So, Hare Krishna. And one more other thing I want to add is Dhanyavad to the Anuradha Mataji, who's taking. My son is going to the classes, the kids classes, so he has also started enjoying it and learning about it. And I feel so blessed that I have started it very late. My spiritual journey has started very late, but at least he has started it early. So I'm hoping that that will make a lot of difference. And also, I would like to thank Jyoti Mataji, who had actually encouraged me to join these sessions, and also my son to join the kids sessions. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Bhavana Mataji, for sharing your realization. You brought us some very nice points, Mataji, about one of the things is clearing doubts. It's important to ask questions, especially because we've been conditioned right from our childhood by different opinions and thoughts. So it's important to clear all those things and then start this spiritual journey. And also you mentioned that how the facilitators were able to answer your questions, and if not, the next day, because they wanted to give you the answer as it is coming from the parampara. And of course, these 18 days, the main objective is to give an overview of the chapter. That's why the acronym was used. so that just remembering the acronym, you can remember the highlights of the chapters. When you go to level 2, you can go in depth into each chapters. And it's nice to hear that you said your perspective has changed. That is one of the objectives, Mataji, because we see everything from a material point of view. But after hearing Gita, we will start to see from a spiritual angle, spiritual perspective. That is very nice to hear from you. And also you mentioned about your children. And here there are so many programs, just like how it is 18 days program. We have other programs for children, weekly classes, not only for children, but also for teenagers. Yeah. Thank you so much. Next, can I ask, sorry, Mataji, you're going to say something?
No, Hari Bol, I was saying.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna. Next, can I ask Kanika Sharma Mataji from Hindi, EB1.
Hare Krishna, everyone. And I just want to like to tell that before previously I started reading Bhagavad Gita on itself. Like my Sanskrit was not good, so I bought Hindi version from my mom. But whenever I start reading, I fall asleep. And but this 18-day course, and I would like to thank Amit Prabhuji, Nishu Prabhuji, and Yogeshwar Prabhuji. They have explained each and every point so calmly and so nicely with so much example that even a common person who's not that much spiritual like me, I'm not that much I'm very like I've started doing some kind of a worship, but this course has actually taught me how to actually balance my bhautik life, like whatever I'm doing as a karma, and balancing my adhyatmic life. How can I do? Because we all have a same destination. We will be, nobody is, nobody will going to stay in this world, but how we can make this be our life, beautiful journey so smoothly, not for this birth, but even for the next birth. This course has taught me so many things. I have done small baby steps in my daily routine, and I used to eat onion, garlic. I'm a vegetarian, but would not say vegetarian. I was vegetarian. I used to eat egg, but in these 18 months has given me realization that how much I was taking our culture, our religion so flexible. We just, make flexible changes on our own and giving excuses to our mind. No, it's an egg. It's not a fertile or those kind of thing. But I stopped eating egg. And I try to avoid onion, garlic after joining this lesson, but not completely, but I'm trying to, because now I started putting bhog to my Krishna, because previously I was just taking it as a small picture, but now I realize that it is the supreme power, and we should respect our deities like we want us to be respected. And another thing, I have written so many things, but I keep forgetting. I would like to share one stanza from chapter 2. Karmane mahagarase ma phaleshi kadachana ma kam phaletu gurumate sarjasta karmani. That means कर्म करते जाएं और फल की इच्छा ना करें. And also I'm so delighted that I have started, it's been 5 days I started one jap mala, and I really felt that the changes. Like if I will not do today, I will feel like just a feeling like I haven't done the brush today. And this course, I would just like to add 1-2 lines of bhajan from Uma Lahiri, and just in the 2 lines I would like to tell you how I felt. फंसी भंवर में थी मेरी नैया, चलाई तूने तो चल पड़ी है. फंसी भंवर में थी मेरी नैया, चलाई तूने तो चल पड़ी है. पड़ी जो सोई थी मेरी किस्मत, पड़ी जो सोई थी मेरी किस्मत वो मौज करने निकल पड़ी है बसी भंवर में थी मेरी नैया चलाई तूने तो चल पड़ी है Hare Krishna everyone happy birthday thank
Hari
you
Bol. Thank you so much, Mataji, for this wonderful realization. It was very inspiring to hear from you. And also I would like to take this opportunity to thank His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, only because of his compassionate towards all of us, and because of his mercy, we were able to get this Bhagavad Gita as it is, and it has got all the answers, as you said. The facilitators were able to explain to you with lots of example, and that is possible is because it is one thing is coming from the parampara, and it's because of the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. And you mentioned about things you stopped eating. In 9th chapter, Lord Krishna says, "Patram pushpam palam toyam." In that verse, he says what he would accept when devotees offer with love and devotion. So when we offer what Krishna wants, and then we take it as prasadam, eat it as prasadam, because of that higher taste, anything in the lower taste will slowly will go away. So all we have to do is we have to just follow what Krishna says.
I'm still learning to control my indriya as well, so much, we are not a good human being. I don't think I'm not a perfect human being. I'm trying to improve it through Bhagavad Gita, and I'm also looking forward to the level 2, and definitely would increase my japmala as my speed will go up, and will encourage all of my friends, because it's really, you can feel it's a food for your own soul. So it is just like that. Thank you so much for organizing this course. I would love to, I like to thank everyone, Amit Prabhuji, Nishu Prabhuji, Yogesh Prabhuji, Anjali Mataji, and I don't know everyone who is working front end. I know it's a whole team who's working front end and back end. I would like to thank everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you.
Thank you that for letting us know that you will inspire all your friends as well to chant.
Definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
And I think more and more devotees wants to share, but we are running out of time. We can so we would like to finally ask one more devotee to come forward and share, which is Sai Priya Mataji from EB2. Please, Mataji, please come forward to share. Sai Priya Mataji, are you online? Hare Krishna. Sai Priya Mataji from EB2.
I think she's not around, Prabhu. Maybe we can.
Okay, Mataji, then we'll, I think we'll move on. So now, after hearing all these wonderful realizations, it's time for us to hear some spiritual disclosure by His Grace Yogeshwar Gopinath Das Prabhuji. And about Prabhuji, in the last 18 days, you were all introduced an overview of all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Now, at one point, Arjuna refuses to fight, and then he says he wants to give up everything and then go to the forest. And then Lord Krishna advises, you should remain as a householder. You are a Kshatriya, so you have to do your duty and practice bhakti while being an householder, instead of leaving everything, not fighting, and going to the forest. So His Grace Yogeshwar Prabhu is a great example
Okay. Sorry to break you. This is Ramesh here. Sai Prima Mataji is there online. She just got distracted. She can come online once you finish. Then you can call her name.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Thank you.
So Prabhuji is a great example of being a grahastha. Grahastha means householder, and Prabhu is also a great father to his daughter, and he works full time. He practices bhakti. He performs deity service at his home and also in the school. Prabhu also inspires so many devotees to do bhakti diksha classes, to give Gita Gyan sessions, and he is a great role model for all of us. So I take this great pleasure and humbly invite His Grace Yogeshwar Prabhu to come forward and share with us and inspire us to continue in this spiritual journey. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Maybe Sai Priya Mataji, you want to speak first? She's here now.
Thanks, Prabhu.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just got distracted. So, Hare Krishna to everyone. So, my name is Sai Priya. I'm from Bromley. One of my friends from ISKCON Watford has referred to me this class, and my husband as well, in fact. So, I would like to first of all thanks for all the our spiritual gurus, as if I may call, like Ramesh Prabhu and Ram Prabhu and Pani Prabhu, who facilitated our classes. And it has been really a eye-opener, and I would like to say what my key takeaway is. So I thoroughly enjoyed all the chapters, but my favorite chapter is chapter 4, transcendental knowledge. Mostly there is a taboo that if you follow spiritual ways, a person has to take sannyasa, and we can't do anything from being a grahastha, right? So, but in one of the shlokas in chapter 4, where we see inaction in action and also action in inaction. So Ramesh Prabhu has beautifully explained this. I would like to quote that shloka. Karmanya karma yah pashet akarmani cha karmanya sa buddhiman manusheshu yayukta kritsna karma krit. That is my favorite. I reread until I understand the meaning. I still try to do it. And there are various quotes and shlokas which were discussed in detail, and most of my questions we discussed after the class, and all the Prabhus have taken their time with selfless efforts and explained till even 9:30 p.m. in the night. We are living in a rat race, and how to proceed in the spiritual journey, by mainly through attaching ourselves with the like-minded people and other devotees. So thanks for the opportunity. I would like to say more, but due to time constraint, yeah, and also I'm from the classes started, I'm daily trying to think about Krishna in doing everything, offering my efforts in our day-to-day work, while preparing food or taking care of the kids, by offering this to Krishna, so that we're trying to detach ourselves in our material world. And also the other quote that I really like is, being in with material knowledge, we think what to do in our life, but if you progress in our spiritual knowledge, we'll think what to do with this life. But that's my another favorite quote. Thanks for this opportunity.
Thank you so much. It's really nice. The words you quoted was so amazing and powerful as well.
Before Yogeshwar Prabhu starts, let's all say 3 big Hari Bols to Yogeshwar Prabhuji. Hari
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to come and talk here. I'm just representing my seniors here. Those were not available today, but I just being one of you actually today. Om Gyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna. So I'm just being an instrument here of my seniors, His Grace Ravindra Krishna Prabhu and Our Grace Yamuneshwari Mataji, and likewise Supriya Janva Mataji and Manohar Nitai Chandra Prabhu as well. So basically, we have been listening so much, and I have been inspired so much from all of you, actually. So all glories to all of you. All the credit goes to, all the participants, all the administrators, all the coordinators, all the facilitators, all the people from the behind the scene or in the front. You all have done a remarkable service actually in the last 18 days. And I must say a big congratulations to all of you for completing this so successfully, so enthusiastically, and in a great inspirational mood actually. When you say Bhagavad Gita, so if you actually, basically, take the words out from here, Bhagavad and Gita. Bhagavad is, of course, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Gita is the song. So basically, it's the song of God. When you all come together and when you actually recite the same verses, what Krishna has said, in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, it's the greatest service, it's the greatest worship you can do by the method of intelligence. So it's not like you're going to take a lamp or anything, but it's the worship by intelligence, and that's the best worship Krishna has actually mentioned in Bhagavad Gita itself as well. So I would like to basically the big thank you to all the participants actually, because without your enthusiasm, probably the facilitators could not have completed this so nicely with so much of conviction, the faith and the energy, whatever they have done in the last 18 days. So a great the big thank you. I had a list of all the facilitators and coordinators, but due to the time factor, I'm not going to go into that detail, but a big thank you to them as an organizer and to all of you as the participants. And of course, without you, it could not have happened. Now, since you have done one part of it, actually, picture is not finished yet, okay? This is just the beginning of it. So now we are going to do amazing more steps, which is going to come in near future, actually. And if you see, because you all are very rare souls who actually come to listen Bhagavad Gita and to put into practice is the next step, from there. There are many people available in this whole, basically in this material world, but very few are known to Bhagavad Gita. And out of those, very few are interested in learning Bhagavad Gita, and very few actually join to learn. And out of those, very few actually put into practice as well. So now what we are going to do, as in, this is the first step, learning Bhagavad Gita in the real spirit of, what the Supreme Personality of Godhead is actually saying. That's why Prabhupada said, it's a Bhagavad Gita as it is, without changing anything from the real spirit. It's as it is given to all of us. Now it is our thing that how much we can actually practice. For that, particularly there is an example when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in South India, and he was traveling he traveled all over India, and then he ended up in Vrindavan. But basically when he was in South India, and at that time, he met one Brahmana, and he was basically reading Bhagavad Gita with so much of conviction. And he was just in tears. And basically, he was not even holding Bhagavad Gita properly. He was holding it upside down. He was an illiterate, actually. So you can imagine that, how much he can read. But he was completely in tears. The tears, it's like a torrent of rain. It was coming out of his eyes. And Mahaprabhu was moved just by seeing that person, who is really convinced of the message of Bhagavad Gita, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna. Everyone else was not even understanding what that mood of that particular Brahmana is. And some of them were laughing, some of them were complaining, criticizing. But Mahaprabhu said he is the one who actually understood the essence of Bhagavad Gita as it is. And then Mahaprabhu approached him. And he asked, why do you actually cry so much when you read and see Bhagavad Gita? And you know what he said, that Brahmana, he was completely overwhelmed and he was completely engrossed in the real mood of Krishna consciousness. And he said, as soon as I see the front cover of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is the Partha Sarathi, the chariot driver, and Arjuna being the devotee, Krishna is trying to serve his devotee actually here. So it's the other way around, generally we serve the God, but the God is serving the devotee here. As soon as I see this picture, I just cannot comprehend, I cannot just, put into any context that how merciful the God can be, that he comes as a driver to serve his devotee. And that mere thought itself that Krishna is so Bhaktavatsal, I cannot stop my tears. Krishna is so merciful. He's so kind. He's so loving and caring to all of us. And that's what exactly happening in all of us life as well. Krishna is so caring. Krishna is so kind. He's really loving. And as soon as you read one verse, Krishna is so happy actually. I mean, you have read the entire Bhagavad Gita in the last 18 days. You cannot imagine the happiness what Krishna is going through right now. But this is going to be an amazing thing in the next step, because we have learned as in theory now for the 18 days. Now it will be put into practice. What happens, in the schools also, you learn a theory, and then after that you go into the lab to put into practice. You actually see that how it really works. We have read in the books, but we really want to see in reality. Krishna gives a lot of instructions to Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita in different chapters. And of course, in the end, you all have said as well, Sarvadharman Parityajya, and all the different verses. But before that, Krishna says, Man mana bhava mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam aivaishyasi satyam te prati jani priyosi. It's a very, very simple technique. Just think of Krishna and you are Krishna conscious. That's the whole point of Krishna consciousness, remembering Krishna. I used to see some of the group's messages also. One of the Mataji was always putting one message again and again. Always remember Krishna and never forget Krishna. That's a very basic thumb rule of Krishna consciousness. So when you think of Krishna and you think that Krishna is with you, you will not make wrong choices. We will not do anything wrong actually. And then the Bhagavad Gita will be in practice. Whether you are a householder, whether you are a sannyasi, whether you are any stages of life, whether you are working in the office or you are with your family, or you are with your society, working voluntarily, doing anything else, you are exactly doing what Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita. This is so amazing actually. But how that happens is another thing. Without practice, it doesn't happen. I mean, it's not like an overnight journey. It's not like a flick of a second you've changed and everything is perfectly going okay. It needs the practice. And for that practice, we need the association. We need the association of devotees. Without association of devotees, we cannot even understand a word of Bhagavad Gita. And then we actually read it. And then we realize that what we can do for Krishna, then we start chanting the holy name, and then we actually engage ourselves in the pure devotional service. So it's a very nice method here. Starts from associating, then reading, and then chanting the holy name and going back to the service. And it's an amazing thing. So what is going to happen, because we did just like a crash course for the last 18 days, and everyone was so enthusiastic that, they were finishing their whatever task or the home and any other work before 7:30 and just, completely come and absorb in the Bhagavad Gita reading. So it's a remarkable journey. Now what is going to happen, it will turn into a weekly association. So weekly association, we will carry on and put into the practice. So it will be a practical journey now. Until now, we have learned all the theoretical side of it. Now we will see the practical side of it. that how Bhagavad Gita can be put into practice by all of us, whatever stage of life we are in, or wherever or whatever we are doing at any point of time. So this is going to be an amazing thing. But what we actually get is distracted. A lot of times, as soon as we go out, we are distracted because mind is like violent. That's why Krishna says, yes, man mana, man mana is to think of me. There was an elephant and he used to go to the market where there was like coconuts and banana and so many things, they put, all the salespeople, they come and they put their market like that. And then elephant comes. And elephant is so distracted that as soon as he see banana, the coconut, he just want to just take them and throw them out anywhere and just make a mess out of it. That became like a habit, because of the violent nature of the mind. So then they were very kind of, irritated, annoyed, and they were frustrated by the behavior of the elephant, that what to do with this elephant, because the mind of elephant was not in the control, and the elephant driver was also, couldn't also control. One day, one saintly person came and he said, you can try and actually give him some other task to do so that his mind is engaged in that thing. So he will not be distracted to actually put these coconut and bananas out of this way. So what to do? They gave him a stick. And what did they do is they put the stick in his mouth, so to hold. So when the elephant was moving, he was focusing on to holding that stick rather than thinking and doing some other crazy stuff. So the journey became like focused on that stick rather than, doing all the nonsense thing actually. It's one material example that just by engaging the mind in something else, his violent activities are stopped. Similarly, in our life also, as soon as we engage our mind in the devotional service, in the holy name, all our tendency of the material life, actually, what we do is, the biggest distraction is the social media and the smartphone and things like that. It can be easily taken off because you have higher taste, you have something better to be engaged with. And that's the actual thing we have to, take care in mind. So it's so important that we must realize that thing, because what happens, it's like a effect, how it starts, because all our thoughts that turn into, all our actions, thought comes into action, and the action becomes the habit. The habit the habit goes or makes or shapes our character, and our character actually gives us the result of everything. So if the thoughts are purified, then everything else is purified. So we have to actually go to the root cause of the real problem. The thoughts have to be purified. And in that way, we can easily, overcome all the problems of life with the help of Bhagavad Gita, actually. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th verse, Sarvasya chaham ratisanniveshto mattah smratir jnanam apohanam cha vedescha sarver ahameva vidyu vedanta tat veda videva chaham. That amongst everything, actually, I am to be known. And from me comes the memory, the intelligence, even the forgetfulness as well. Everything comes from Krishna. Now, what is to be known is actually Krishna. If you know Krishna, you know everything. That is the real knowledge, actually. Who am I? Who is the God? And what is my relationship with God? That will actually determine my whole life. So it's a very simple. We all go to the educational system to learn something, and that can help in our career. But learning Bhagavad Gita and putting that Bhagavad Gita into practice actually shapes our character. It shapes our values. It shapes our real principle of life, which actually makes us as a real successful person. At the end of life, we can say, yes, it was a wonderful life, and I am going back to Krishna. So with that note, I'll stop here. And I would really encourage all of you, all the participants, and first of all, a big thank you and a congratulations for successfully finishing it. And now I would really encourage you to go for the second level, which is level 2. And that's a practical session, actually. And that's going to give you the real, actual thing of Bhagavad Gita. what Krishna says, how you should behave, how you should act in certain conditions, because it's a battle of life. And in this battle of life, we have to have Krishna on our side. And if Krishna is on our side, we are done actually. We don't need Krishna's opulence. We actually need Krishna on our side. We are not Duryodhan, we are Arjuna. We want to follow the path of Arjuna because he wanted Krishna on his side. And that's exactly the same thing we want in our life as well. We don't want any other opulence which can distract us. But yes, if we have Krishna on our side, everything follows. And then we can actually be happy. At the same time, we can practice Krishna consciousness so nicely as well. So please, go for the level 2 course. It will be a weekly session on a practical side, and it will give you an amazing, amazing result in your own life, in your own practices. And all the people who are surrounded by you, they will also realize and they will also get, something out of it as well. And this whole credit, actually, whatever we are learning or doing or expanding or spreading, the whole credit goes to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who actually brought this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita out of India and he distributed to everyone. So with that note, I'll stop here. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to speak in this wonderful assembly of wonderful Vaishnavas. And please accept my humble obeisances also. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ratiraj Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And we wish you all the best to all of you for the level 2. Go for it. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you
Hare
so much.
Krishna.
Hari
Thank you,
Bol,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Bol, Prabhuji.
Hari Hari Bol.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees.
I hand it over back to Ratiraj Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for your inspiration and advice. And thank you for inspiring us to continue this journey to level 2. And as you mentioned, which will be a practical application of Bhagavad Gita. We will be learning step-by-step process how we can apply this Bhagavad Gita from theory to practical application in our daily life. Thank you, Prabhuji, once again. Devotees, please stay with us for a few more minutes for the certificates. And now it is time to get some blessings from the Lordships. We will be going to Lord Jagannath's house virtually to take the blessings of Lord Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra Mai, and Lord Gauranga and Nityananda Prabhu, and also the Panchatattva, because you might have said the Panchatattva mantra each day before you were chanting Hare Krishna mantra, isn't it? Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So it's important to take blessings from these Lordships so that we can continue in our spiritual journey. To say a little bit about Lord Jagannath's house is where our the seniors, the Yatra leaders, His Divine Grace Arvind Krishna Prabhu and Her Grace Yamneshwari Mataji reside, and they are our true inspiration in practicing Bhakti Yoga in our life, and they are a great role model for many of Grahastha couples. So we will be going to their house virtually and take the blessings of the deities from there. And can I ask Asarnava Prabhu to
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
do the sharing? Kripa Sindhu Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Can you spotlight Jagannath house?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yes, I'll be doing, Prabhu. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai's Darshan Chakra ki jai. Gauranta ki jai.
Shri Panchatattva ki
Jai.
So they're so beautifully dressed today. Radha Madhav ki jai. Radha Gopal ki jai. Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Mai ki jai. Gaura Nitai ki jai. Pancha Tattva ki jai. Shri Nrsimha Bhagavan ki jai. Guru Parampara ki jai.
या हमें पिक्चर मिल सकता है? Oh, that's very nice. Wow.
You can take a screenshot, Mataji.
बस सभी क्या आते हैं ना, एक मिनट. Try. Oh yes. Okay. Thank you.
Jagannatha Jaya Jagan.
Wow.
Panchatattva ki jai.
Bye.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, shall I call out the names?
Yes, Prabhuji. Or should we show the if Manohar Nichal Chandra Prabhu, if Prabhu is there online, Prabhuji, if you can show your deities, if that's possible. Yogeshwar Prabhuji, if you kindly, if you are at home, please show your deities darshan as well, Prabhuji.
जय जगन्नाथ, जय बलदेव, जय सुभद्रा महारानी की जय. जय पंचतत्व, जय गीता की जय.
Chaitanya Chandra ki jai, Nityananda Ram ki jai. So we have darshan from Nityananda Ram's house as well. So these are Gauranitai deities and their names are Chaitanya Chandra, Sri Nityananda Ram. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Sri Radha London Yeshwara ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for showing darshan. Let's see. See a Vaishnav Prabhu online.
Kripa Sindhu Prabhu, are you reading name now?
No, Prabhu. The Prabhu asking to show the deities, then I'm waiting Prabhu's confirmation, then I can start.
Okay.
We'll just wait for a minute, Prabhu, one more minute to see if we can get darshan of Yogeshwar Gopinath Prabhu's.
Okay, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Rajkumar Prabhu. In the meantime, you can say what we are going to do now. What a glorious occasion it is to read out the names to get the blessings of the deities, isn't it? So we can understand the essence of what activity we are trying to do now.
Yes, Mataji. So I think we will be reading the names of all the devotees who attended the 18 days class, and we'll be reading the names in front of the deities. so they get their blessings. And yeah.
Shri Shri Nitai Nadia Bihari ki jai.
These are the. Thank you, Yogeshwar Prabhu, for the darshan of your deities. Laddu Gopal ki jai. Kripasindhu Prabhuji, when you are ready, please start reading the names, Prabhuji.
Yeah, Prabhu. From EP1 group, Prabhu. Top quiz members are like, I'm reading out top quiz.
Can't hear you.
Prabhuji, Prabhuji, your audio is not very clear, Prabhuji. You are breaking. Kripasindhu Prabhu.
Certificates. And Mataji, Shilpa Popat Mataji. Okay, yeah, Prabhu. Now hear me? Now you hear me properly?
Yeah,
Yes,
Prabhu.
I can hear you. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, you hear me now?
Still you are breaking, Prabhu.
No.
Yeah. From maybe one group, I'm reading out the top quiz members.
So maybe Rajkumar Prabhu, if there is internet issue, then you can also read the names.
Okay, Prabhuji. Okay. So we have top quiz members from English Gita course EB1.
Can I read it now, Prabhu?
Yeah, Prabhuji, please continue.
Yeah, from, give me a second, Prabhu. From EB1 group, top quiz members are Kamal Rani Mataji, Shulba Popat Mataji, Vandana Mataji, Kusma Mataji, Valarmati Mataji. And the members getting certificates are, move to next slide, Prabhu. Lakshmi Mataji, Shushila Mataji, Kamal Rani Mataji, Shulba Popat Mataji, Vandana Mataji, Sharmila Mataji, Sargam Joshi Mataji, Sheshu Kunchala Mataji, Kusum Mataji, Jai Shri Mataji, Sudha Mataji, Valarmati Mataji. And come to the EB2 group. Top quiz members are Tulasi Krishna Mataji, Raj Purohit Mataji, Sai Priya Mataji, Ashwani Mataji, Smita Mataji. And members eligible for the certificates are Tulasi Krishna Mataji, Ashwini Mataji, Sri Charan Prabhu, Lakshmi Bhagavati Mataji, Raj Purohit Mataji, Preeta Mataji, Sai Priya Mataji, Senthil Prabhu, Shilpa Mataji, Smita Mataji, Soumya Mataji, Kumar Prabhu, Parmod Mataji. Coming to the EB3, top quiz members are Sveta Bohra Mataji, Pavan Kumar Prabhu, Sirisha Borra Mataji, Manjunath Prabhu, Ishan Prabhu. And members eligible for certificates are Manvendra Pandey Prabhu, Ishan Gangwani Mataji, Sveta Mataji, Suhasini Mataji, Lakshmi Mataji, Pavan Kumar Prabhu, Sirisha Borra Mataji, Manjunath Prabhu, and Kalpana Mataji. Coming to the next group, EB4. Top quiz members are Neha Mataji, Sanja Darak Mataji, Ekta Mataji, Jagupta Mataji, Kanjal Shaha Mataji. And members eligible for A.K. Gupta Mataji, Deepal Shah Prabhu, E.D. Sharma Mataji, Ekta Mataji, Kinjal Shah Prabhu, Neha Mataji, Niranjan Prabhu, Sanja Mataji. Coming to the EB5. EB5 members eligible for top quiz members are Hital Kumari Mataji, Raki Mataji, Sridhar Layar Prabhu. And members eligible for certificates are Hital Kumari Mataji, Raki Bhai Mataji, Sujan Srinath Prabhu, Hema Joshi Mataji, Sridhar Layar Prabhu, Usha Pagadia Mataji, Shuksha Jivantika Gopi Shetty Mataji. Thank you. EB6, coming to the EB6. Top quiz members are Bharat Pandya Prabhu, Rabi Behra Mataji, Srinivas Sundar Prabhu, Amrita Mataji, Varalakshmi Mataji. And members eligible for certificates are Bharat Pandya Mataji, Bharat Pandya Prabhu, Rabi Mataji, Mona Sharma Mataji, Varalakshmi Kala Mataji, Shanti Pravina Mataji, Srinivas Sundar Prabhu, Dilon Nano Prabhu, Sangeeta Mataji, Anita Chaudhary Mataji, Sangeeta Krishna Kumar Mataji, Shobana Patel Mataji, Harivardhan Patel Prabhu, Shivani Mataji, Amrita Mataji, Shelly Mataji, Kavita Mataji. And coming to the EB7, top quiz members are Nagaraj Prabhu, Indrakshi Mataji, Mahalakshmi, Sangeeta Mataji, Lalita Palani Mataji, Vishnupriya Mataji. And members successfully completed 18 days Gita course are Mahalakshmi Shantan Kumar Prabhu, Sangeeta Tangavel Mataji, Lalita Palani Mataji, Chalammal Tangavel Prabhu, Vishnupriya Mataji, Samudeshwari Mataji, Raj Kamal Prabhu, Nagaraj Prabhu, Indrakshi Mataji. Coming to the EB9, top quiz members are Shruti Agarwal Mataji, Vijay Lakshmi Prasanna Mataji. And members successfully completed 18 days Gita course are Unnati Dev Mataji, Nandita Rani Mataji, Shruti Agarwal Mataji, Vijay Lakshmi Prasanna Mataji, Urvi Mataji, Sapna Mataji, Meeta Dei Mataji, Rita Dei Mataji, Venkata Prabhu.
Haribol.
Coming to the EB10, top quiz members are Bhavana Mataji, Jyoti Mataji, Pavani Mataji, Shuchi Mataji, Nandi Da Shilva Mataji. And members successfully completed 18-day Gita course are Bhavana Kumar Parmar Prabhu, Bhupendra Takur Das Prabhu, Banu Prabhu, Bhupesh Prabhu, Jyoti Rudra Mataji, Manjula Mataji, Meetal Mataji, Muralidharan Prabhu, Nancy Da Silva Prabhu, Pavani Ratnakumar Prabhu, Pavani Ratnakumar Mataji, Purna Tiwari Mataji, Rama Kailasha Mataji, Srinath Prabhu, Viju Kale Mataji.
Haribol.
Haribol. Coming to the EB11, top quiz members are Gajanan Prabhu, Bhavani Mataji, Swarna Mataji, Raghaveni Mataji, Gita Guntupalli Mataji. And members successfully completed 18-day Gita course are Gajanan Prabhu, Bhavani Mataji, Swarna Mataji, Raghaveni Mataji, Gita Mataji. And coming to the last one, Hindi group, and top quiz members are Kanika Sharma Mataji, Bindu Karnani Mataji, Garima Mataji, Renu Kode Mataji. And members successfully completed 18-day Gita course are Mahesh Kolhi Mataji, Vatsala Mataji, Renu Kode Mataji, Vaishali Shangupata Mataji, Kanika Sharma Mataji, Bindu Karnani Mataji, Nimisha Mataji, Shobha Prasad Mataji, and Kalpana Mataji. Haribol.
Haribol. Let's say
Haribol.
three times Haribol.
Haribol.
Haribol. Haribol and Haribol.
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 While we are taking darshan of Lord Jagannath, let's say three times Hare Krishna mantra to get the blessings. So let's all together say Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Ram.
Maybe before everyone leaves, if they all switch on their camera, we can take a photo, group photo, if that is convenient.
Krishna devotees, could you all please come for a few minutes on the video?
This guy is so rapid, man.
Vivek Prabhu, are you taking a snapshot, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Everyone can lift their hands so that we can do Hari Bol and
I say 3 times Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Thank you, devotees. Thank you for your time. And yeah, well, let's all continue our journey. And we will look forward to level 2 sessions, which will be weekly ones. Yeah. So Vivek Prabhu, any announcement on that, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhu. So regarding, as you mentioned, so level 2 is starting from next week, and it is weekly class. But also we have Panihati festival is coming. So I will also request all the devotees to join us in our festival of pots. And we are celebrating this grand festival on local temple in central London, Soho. So if you need information about this, so please reach out to your respective facilitator in your class. They will tell you more about what is this festival and how you can join us. But it's on 12th of June from afternoon, 1 p.m. to, you can say, till 6-7 p.m. It's a grand festival. So please join us, and you will see a lot of wonderful programs there. Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I want to ask you one little favor, if time permit you to.
Yes, Mataji.
Is to go back on number 10. I just want to take a photo to send to my children about the list of names, and my name is on that list.
Sure, Mataji. I will send you that screenshot.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So you are in EB10, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what's your good name?
Nancy De Silva.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, then. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Haribol.
Haribol, Nancy Mataji.
Thank you very much. Haribol.
Thank you.
Thank you all for this journey. Yeah.
Jai.
Haribol. Haribol. Haribol.
So much Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
See you all in our level 2 course, and we are very eager to host you for the level 2 session. So, and also join us in our festivals. Hari Bol.
Haribol.
Haribol.
Haribol to
Well,
everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you,
Hare
thank you so
Krishna.
much.
Haribol Prabhu, thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hari Bol. Thank you, sir, everyone.
Also, any devotee needs the Bhagavad Gita copy, please speak to your facilitator. They will connect to us and we will try to deliver. If you are far from us, if you are near to us, we will deliver in person. But everyone should get the copy of Bhagavad Gita, because this is the course, wonderful course what you did for 18 days. And without Bhagavad Gita, it's incomplete. So if you don't have your language Bhagavad Gita, please let us know via your facilitators, and we will try our best to deliver it at earliest.
Thank you all. Hare Krishna.